Hey, welcome back to another Flux Depot's Battle of the Beer. Summer is upon us, Lucas. It's time for some lighter fare in the drinking department. So this time we thought, let's go with some session ales. And for this battle, we decided that is going to be any beer that's under 5% ABV. So let's not waste time with Gavin. We've got some beer to start drinking.
For me to try.
This time I brought, it's called Cheap Date,
okay,
which you usually are. It's brewed by our Arcadia Brewing Company in Kalamazoo, Michigan. I couldn't find a nationwide beer I like this time, but this is a session ale. I believe it's just it looks like a pale ale is my initial assumption, but I
guess we'll find out.
We'll find out here.
It smells pretty strong for something so light. Wow. All right, so right off the bat for me, it's very thin, kind of.
Yes.
It's not very strong in the taste department at all. When you poured it out, I noticed it. I had commented it kind of looks like a Budweiser or something in the glass, and it did disappear just as quickly as you can see.
I guess this is what you kind of think of from a session ale in a way. It's just very light in body. Light in flavor, light in everything overall.
Yeah.
Not to say that it's a bad thing. I mean, that's
right.
what you want in something like this, but
I would say it's very drinkable.
Very drinkable.
Much like water.
very drinkable, and it has just like your ale flavor, but very, very toned down. So it's just like a very simple toned down ale that you can drink all day in the summer, I guess.
Cool.
That's what you want to do. Right?
Yeah.
So
sounds good to me.
Yeah, let's put our thoughts on this one, and then we'll come back with what you brought for me.
All right, sounds good.
What did you bring to this battle of the beer?
Yeah, so this is my beer warrior right here. Ooh. It's called Ghettoblaster. I don't know why, but it's got a sweet-ass label. Motor City Brewing Works makes this one. They call it a Detroit-style mild ale. And I would say that that's a very good description considering it clocks in at 3.8% alcohol.
I've never heard of this brewery.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to drink a lot of these to actually feel anything.
Let's get Ghettoblaster.
Let's Ghettoblast.
I immediately detect like a malt taste from it.
Agree.
But I can't tell any other notes that I can really pull out of it. It just feels like a really, I want to say calm down malt style. I just want to say
a brown ale or something like that.
I do really get a brown ale taste out of it. Malt style, mild ale. So I don't. Detroit's maybe that's what the Detroit style is. It's a brown ale. I don't know.
It is kind of like a flat. It tastes like a flat, just straight up, no complexity whatsoever, brown ale or something like that. Also quite a bit darker, so than I would have thought from a session ale. So, those are our first impressions, and we're gonna go ahead and score this one up, and we'll see you after break. All right, Jason. So now that we have tasted these weak ABV beers, why don't you tell me about what you thought of the Ghettoblaster?
Well, I did like the name. The beer didn't quite live up to that name for me.
Why?
Just a brief overview of my scores. Appearance and mouthfeel, I gave both a 3. Just kind of the run-of-the-mill, kind of your average. And if you notice here with the appearance, I don't like how, you got this nice darker brown color, but then it's got like this weird, I almost feel like it's almost a murkiness kind of going through it, and it
looks like poop water.
Yes, it does look like poop water. Taste was a 2. Like I gave that just like a 2.5. kind of average, but there's like it had that nice malty, but then there's like something else there that I don't know quite what that was, but I didn't like it. And my overall satisfaction of it was a 2. Just it's by no means not it's by no means a bad beer, but it's just not something that I don't think I could drink one and I'd be done.
This one.
This one.
Yeah, I also agree. I don't think it was a standout beer for me either. It's 3s across the board for me. My overall score for this one was a 3. I do agree it isn't the most appealing thing in the glass. It's kind of like diet brown ale.
Yeah, I think it's because I'm looking for a little more, something just a little more flavor note wise. Because you get that malt up front, but then there's nothing there to support it. So once that fades away, it just kind of falls flat. It's just kind of emptiness.
Well, tell me what you thought about the Cheap Date.
All right, Cheap Date. It's a 3.5 and a 3 across the board.
Wow.
I enjoyed. I do like the appearance of it. I like it even has some good carbonation going on.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that golden color that it had. A nice head. Decent lacing throughout. Mouthfeel I thought was it was drinkable. It had not thick, not thin, not just about right. And I have. Taste wise, it's just got that enough punch there that it doesn't taste like a session ale. I think that's the big thing now is how do we make lower alcoholic beers but still taste like a full bodied, a full flavored, higher ABV variant. So you throw that all together and it just came out to a 3 for me. So across the board. An average beer, but I mean, I like. Yes,
gotta get one more.
Had to get one more.
Well, this is going to be interesting because appearance and satisfaction for me for this one for the Cheap Date was a 3. I agree. I mean, it's drinkable. I don't mind it. I drank it and I didn't immediately spit it out or anything. But for the mouthfeel, it's a little too thin for me. I really do kind of compare it to water. And honestly, the taste. Again, I want something more. I found it to be a little too thin for me. It does taste a little bit more complex than just a pale ale or something like. Yeah. There's like hints of IPA in there somewhere, but very hints of IPA. So overall for me, it was a 2.5, which means I think that means
we have a tie.
We're at an impasse.
Because I'm at a 2.5 and a 3, and you're at a 3 and a 2.5. Well, we didn't.
This has never happened before.
This never happened. We have to have a winner. We can't have a tie of the beers. I mean, every battle has a winner and a loser.
Should we bring in Michael to do the tie breaker?
Yes, it's his job as producer Michael.
Yes.
Okay, do you want me to come around?
Yeah, come around.
Michael.
Okay. Go. Hi, guys. Okay. So Michael's our cameraman, and he wore his best Jurassic Park t-shirt today. But he's tried both of these, and
everybody.
You just give us your overall impressions and what you thought of. Which one would you declare the winner here, and why?
I would say that the Cheap Date is the winner for me. Okay. The reason that I gave was I gotta make sure that I'm on camera because I can't actually see the monitor right now. But
what a camera guy.
The reason that I gave was that talking about a session ale, this is a beer that I ought to be able to drink 3 or 4 of, and I just can't see myself drinking 3 or 4 of the Ghettoblaster. That what Jason said about it having like this strange other note to it, like to me it tastes like there's almost something dirty in it.
Okay.
And this at least is nice and clean and
So
refreshing.
Ghettoblaster might be brewed with some Flint water. That's what you're telling me.
Gosh.
Topical.
Oh, I'm really glad you asked me about topical political stuff on camera.
So,
all right, goodbye.
So, yeah, there you have it then.
Thanks to Michael for coming in and doing his
breaking the tie.
Diligent duties.
It's the majority wins.
Majority wins.
That's the Cheap Date. So
Cheap Date.
Cheap Date gets it on this one, but I would say it comes down to personal preference, probably. So, if you can get these, I would just recommend that you try both of them.
That's
what do you think about that?
I think that's a great idea. So that will do it for this episode of Battle of the Beer. Have a fantastic summer, and You might have noticed Lucas is wearing a fantastic
Boom.
Fluxtapose t-shirt, and that can be yours as well. So just go to fluxtapose.com and you can buy one. But until then, keep coming back to the channel for more great content, and we'll see you next time.
Just so you know, we can definitely hear you drinking it.
Can you hear like the weird little murlogs in my throat?
Mm-hmm.
Me specifically, or all of
You
us?
specifically.
Why me?
Because you're the one I heard.
Oh.
Paying more attention to you.
You're a
Lucas.
man.
I really open up my
You're a
throat.
man drinker.